since we last spoke here on this show, Chris Jericho, you let it be known to me before you came out here that you have picked up fandom of the National Football League for the very first time, correct?
Yeah, I have. My wife is a huge NFL fan, so she was always into the Vikings, in the NFL, and I just couldn't be bothered. And finally, I was like, I'll give this a try.
Okay.
I'll give this football thing a try, all you wacky Americans and your Sunday Night Football and all this other stuff, your Super Bowl. And it's actually really got into it. I really enjoyed it. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Secret has been revealed. So, Vikings fan, not happy with Kirk Cousins and his $84 million contract. Couldn't even get him in the playoffs. Sound like a real football fan, doesn't it?
Hot takes. I love it.
It's great.
What to say? You don't have to be a fan for very long to start laying into people.
To just hating everything. And that's the thing about fans, like wrestling fans, Kiss fans, Star Wars fans, football fans are all the same. They love their team, their band, their wrestler, but they hate everything that they do. And that's kind of what it is when you're an NFL fan.
Well, it also sounds like a New England sports fan too, where you're not happy unless you're thoroughly unhappy.
Right. It's like the people are bagging on Tom Brady for winning, 6 Super Bowls.
Yes.
And as if like he's like the scourge of the earth. Like he has now become Attila the Hun because and that used to be like that with Gretzky in the 80s too, though. Growing up in Winnipeg, everybody hated Gretzky.
What?
Because he was so good and he used to murder the Winnipeg Jets.
Okay.
I think if you look at Gretzky's point totals, the team that he scored the most points against was the Winnipeg Jets. So we hated him because he was so great. But that's part of sports. Like, you hate him, but if you ever got traded to the Jets, there'd be a ticker tape parade. You'd be running down the street with 99 tattooed on your ass.
I was that way about Dan Marino as a New York Jet fan, and had the Jets ever acquired Dan Marino.
Instantly
huge. Love him.
Huge hero, right.
Him. Oh, yeah.
And that's just that's sports, I think,
Sure.
I always think of like the thrill of victory, the agony of defeat. Why world of sports? That is such the greatest quote ever. Because there's not like we went to the game at the Dome in Minnesota, Minneapolis, where it was such a dumb thing. If the Vikings won one of the last 2 games, they would have been in the playoffs, or if the other teams would have lost their games.
Yes.
But no, the Vikings lost theirs, the other teams won theirs. So we were at the Dome in Minneapolis when all they had to do was either win this game or the Eagles had to lose theirs.
Correct.
And
it's week 17 against the Bears. You were there in that building.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was the worst. This is this season.
Yeah, you're right.
And it was the worst because Philly's winning 45-2 and Minnesota's losing 45-2. And you come in on the ultimate high and just at the end you're like, this sucks, man. Let's just go. Like, I wish I never even came. Like, that's how you feel, right?
Yeah.
But it's the experience. It was a blast. We had a good time, but still.
Well, this is why, Chris Jericho, you can go from not caring about football one year to bitching about Kirk Cousins the next. It's fantastic.
Instantly.
And you do the skull chant, the whole thing? You get into that thing?
I didn't get that much into it because I don't know what skull means. To me, skull is like chewing tobacco that used to come in a little.
It's a different one.
They used to call them skull bandits.
In a tin.
Yeah, but these would come in little bite-sized packages.
Oh.
You'd put it in there.
Skull bandits, yeah.
Skull bandits, right. But that's with an A, S-K-O-A-L.
Yeah, this is with an umlaut over the O, by the way.
If you have an umlaut, then it's heavy metal. So then I'm into it.
I've always been taught never go full umlaut.
Never go full umlaut.
Never go.
I learned that at Tropic Thunder, man.
You can't figure it out.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.